I have been thinking about making this video for a little while, for a few months, but I was contemplating if I want to, if I don't want to, because the part that I'm about to tell you is part of my life that I kind of didn't want to remember, and I had kind of buried those memories aside for a reason. But you know how they say your history or your past will always follow you. I see that happening here now. I'm sure you guys have Googled me and you'll find a bunch of different stories about where I'm from, where I was born, what religion I belong to. So I'm going to clear all those things out for you today. And also for some of those people that come and question me, when they question me why I speak on certain particular issues or why I target certain particular issues and where exactly am I coming from. So I hope this is going to clear some things out for you people. For me, it's digging into those memories and those scars that were already healed. But now I have to scratch them again and just to show it to people what exactly is the case. If you're thinking how this all links to the title of this video, I'm gonna get to it. Just bear with me. This video is gonna be a little bit longer because I have a lot of information that I wanna pass it on to you. So I was born in Karachi, Pakistan. I was born in a kind of a complicated family. My mother's side, which is from a city, from Karachi, my grandfather was Zoroastrian, a Parsi, and my grandmother was Muslim. So my mother was born in Karachi and she grew up as a city girl. She grew up as a Zoroastrian, so she kind of grew up in an open-minded society. And anybody that knows about Karachi in the 60s and 70s, at that time Karachi was a different place. So let's go to my dad's side of the family now. That side comes from a village. My mom was actually working in Dubai where she met my father. Things went on from there and they ended up getting married. The same night that they got married, he beat up my mom. And the torture continued from there. I was born, then my sister was born. The torture continued. So this was really confusing for me because when I used to go to the village, I got to see a different type of culture, a different type of family. When I used to come to my mom's side of the family, I used to see different stuff, you know. We had Muslims in both families. One was full Muslims, one was half and half. So I got to see two different kinds. From my dad's side of the family, what I saw was torture, not only on women, but on servants. Anybody that knows how tribal Verdera and landlords live, how their lifestyle is, can tell you how they treat women. I have seen in my life, my aunts, some of them went to mental hospitals. Some of them died giving birth to 13 kids. I saw them getting burnt with burning sticks. I got to see them getting beat up with chains. Anything that would come in their hands, they would throw at the women. I got to see my mom get beat up every single day of my life. I got to see her getting kidnapped. I got to see a lot of things during that time when I was growing up. I was a little child, so I didn't really understand it till I actually came to an age where I actually started understanding what was going on. And I started coming in between when my father used to beat her up. So guess what? Who was getting the beating then? I was. So I would get the beating then because I was getting older and I was maturing and I was hitting puberty. So now the whole attention was kind of diverted on me. So coming from that kind of background, I got to see the good side of Muslims and then I got to see the bad side of the Muslims. So when I used to go to my mother's side and I used to see men treating their women up there, they were also Muslims, but they treated their women like gold. And the same men here were treating their women like shit. It was a chaos, you know, for me to understand. Now, a lot of people are gonna say, you know what? The abuse of women happens in every culture, which is true. It happens here, things like that, yes, which is true. So, you know what, let's not blame it on the religion. But where do I actually blame all the situation on religion is, under Sharia law, a woman cannot ask for a divorce. A woman has to have the permission of a man to get a divorce. Since that was a condition, my mother could not divorce her husband. So she tortured herself. Because she wasn't gonna leave us, she could have easily ran away and left both of her kids up there. That's what my dad had mentioned it to her. You can leave, but I will not let go of the kids. So my mom suffered and suffered till that whole thing ended, and then she took us and ran from that family that if we were to get caught, we would have been killed, we would have been taken back to the village. So I'm really glad for my mom who took the courage and took both of us. We left Pakistan for Canada, and we came here to save our lives. I still remember that day when we took that taxi to the airport, and I'm scared we all were that if we get caught, that is it. Till that plane was in air, I was praying that please don't let us get caught. Now, comes to Canada. Oh, it was amazing. We come here, it's a new start for us. We were so happy. We're like, we've left all our stuff behind. Nobody can come touch us. Came here as refugees. And when we came here and we shared our stories with everybody around here, everybody sympathized with us. Everybody was like, oh my God, we can't believe this happened to you. Fast forwarded to 2017, if I was to tell you this story today, guess what? I'm gonna be called an Islamophobe. No one's gonna look at what happened in my past, what I suffered through as a child. It doesn't matter. You're an Islamophobe. I could have easily told everybody my story, and I could have ever played the victim card all my life. But you know what? I wasn't raised that way. I was raised by a strong woman. And on top of that, I saw my grandmother who married a non-Muslim. I come from a generation of strong women. They taught me never to be a victim. They taught me to be strong. If you work hard and you're strong and you're determined, you're gonna get to where you want to be. And that's what I did. I never played the victim card. I could have used the racist card that most people I see nowadays using. Did I not face racism? Of course I did. But did I let that racism stop me from reaching my goals? No, I did not. Did I play that card over and over again? No, I did not, for my own benefit. We came here with 3 suitcases, lived in a bachelor, went to school, took the government loan. I didn't have a father, a brother, or anybody to support me. So this is where I make that connection that some of our, I would say, brown people, MPs in the government that are always crying this racism card. Let's start with Miss Iqra Khalid. She wasn't born here, but she came here almost same age as I was. She lived in Mississauga, which is heavily populated with brown people, yet she faced racism. She went to good universities. She had 4 brothers, father, a home where she lived comfortably, yet she was the one that was a victim. For me, I had to work in high school, 3 part-time jobs while I was in high school so I could pay for my tuition myself, okay? Let's go to Jagmeet, who grew up apparently in Scarborough, Windsor, and all over the place. But we're not that far off. Like, we're not talking about back in the days when we had KKK or the skinheads that were going around and hunting brown people and Sikhs. Okay, he came in when there were already Sikh people that were here. I'm not saying that, no, you didn't face racism. But the fact that now you are a leader and you're still standing there playing that victim card. Iqra Khalid, you're a member of the parliament. You're still playing that victim card? How did you people even make it to there? If everybody was so racist against you, if you were bullied so much and you had to face so much racism in your life, how did you even manage to be there? How did you manage to go to such high-end universities? Mingle in. Like, how did all that happen? If somebody's such a victim, I mean, like, if everybody was so racist against you people, you wouldn't be where you are. So stop playing this victim card. That gets me to the point where I saw this video of Jagmeet Singh where he was giving a speech and a girl came and interrupted. Her name is Jennifer. I have met Jennifer a few times. Today in 2017, it is very ignorant of Mr. Jagmeet to think that Canadians do not know the difference between Muslims and Sikhs, okay? You have to give at least this much credibility to your own Canadians that we do know the difference. Jennifer knew exactly who you were. She knows the difference between the Muslims and Sikhs. We're not as ignorant as you are. So, I saw the news. Oh my God, the Google search was filled with racist woman comes and says this. Oh, racist woman, and Jagmeet handled it so very well. Oh, no, you know what Jagmeet did? Jagmeet saw an opportunity to cash on it. This is an opportunity I cannot miss. And he started speaking the language of our PM, Justin Trudeau.
Did you want to be in my hug club?
I would love to be in your hug club, Gary.
Instead of actually answering her question. Your job as a member of parliament, your job is to answer our questions. Because we as taxpayers, pay for your salaries. So when your boss asks you a question, you better answer it. Don't call your boss a racist because they asked you a legit question. Her question was, why are you in bed with Muslim Brotherhood? Why did you vote for M103? Do you really think there is Islamophobia? Judging by my story, are you going to call me Islamophobe now? Because 20 years ago, when I came here, and if you were to look into my refugee application, I think you would find it very Islamophobic. Okay? Along with many others that have come here to save their lives. And you were going to call them all Islamophobic? Okay. Her second question was, what is your stance on niqab? I understand that you want to wear your turban and you are allowed to wear that. Even people are allowed to wear a hijab. Where it comes to a niqab, it's a security issue. It is not and have nothing to do with religion anymore. I, as a Canadian, don't feel comfortable going into the same washroom where a person I cannot identify is in there. What if she does something to me? Who knows? Cameras are not going to capture her face. How are you going to catch that person? It's about common sense. With Jagmeet, I don't think you have. If you did, you wouldn't be calling her a heckler. You wouldn't be calling her a racist. That just shows what kind of politician you're going to be. Now, second thing I want to talk about is how the message was portrayed. Everybody gave him props because he handled the whole situation so nicely, so lovingly, and we love each other. We love you. We love you. We all love each other. Really? You really think so? Maybe you want to go tell my Sikh ex-boyfriend, father of my child, who was rejected because she's not Sikh. Okay? Also, she was rejected because our lifestyle is too Canadian for them. Because they come from a village. Okay? Like I was saying, history repeats itself. So that's what happened with me. I meet up a guy here who happens to be a Sikh Indian. Oh, from a village, I'm a city girl. And the romance began. Everything was okay. His family's fine. They know he's just going around having fun till shit got real. Till I got pregnant. Then things started going bad. That's when his family came in. All that love you were talking about, Mr. Jagmeet, I never saw that love. You know what I heard from them? I heard from them that, oh my God, why can't you push this girl to have an abortion? What kind of man are you that you can't force this woman to have an abortion? That's what that Sikh family said to me. Because that is what their culture teaches them. Okay? To have fun with girls that are not Sikh, but when shit gets real, tell them you're not Sikh and don't accept them. That's the love I think you were talking about. Oh no, that's not the love? Okay. Then it must be the love that when I entered his house once when I was 5 months pregnant, his mother and sister-in-law wanted to beat my ass up. Is that the love you're talking about? That we love each other in your community? No, maybe not. Maybe that's the love you're talking about where he physically abused me. Is that the love you're talking about? Because from what I see, I don't see no love. I see that people from that country are coming here and sticking to their culture, and they want girls like me or the Canadians to accommodate them and change our culture to their culture. And that's not gonna happen. Is that the love you were talking about? That we gotta diversify. No, we don't need to diversify. We're fine just the way Canada was. We don't need changes. You guys that come here and want to change things, you people need to go back to those countries that already have those things there, okay? We don't need them here. Where Jagmeet can't go there because he's born Canadian, which again raises a question. Since you're born in Canada, in a free country, you've had all the luxuries and you're like, what do you even know about Islamophobia? What do you even know about the motion M103? Just because some people picked on your turban here and there, you don't know that feeling when 13 years you go through as a child in torture in that country under that religion. Do you know that? No, you do not. But yet you support M103. Yes, because that is politically correct for you. That is what's gonna get you the Muslim vote. Everybody is running after the Muslim vote, whether it is Trudeau, whether it is you, whether it is conservatives, they're all after the Muslim vote. Also, let me tell you that, yes, we're busy with all these cultures. Men from these countries, okay, South Asian countries, whether it's Pakistan, Bangladesh, India, whether it's Middle East or the Gulf countries. Let me tell you, most of the men, and I'm not saying all because everybody's gonna come after me and write in the comments, oh, all men are not the same. I know all men are not the same. Most of them have this one particular thinking about women, that we're not equal to them. We wear short clothes, we must be sluts, we must be loose characters, we don't matter. That's it. That's how they think about us, okay? I don't care if you're from India, you're from Pakistan, from Sri Lanka, most of the men have that mentality. Yes, there is cases, there is good men out there. Yes, there is, okay? I admit that. But this mentality still exists. Second, women are not important. And I will tell you why. Because my ex has a son from his previous marriage. Well, that son gets everything. You know why my daughter doesn't get anything? Because she's a daughter. And he was forced by his family to leave her because she doesn't matter. What good is a woman gonna do? What good is a girl gonna do, man? Come on, man, this is a boy. You better go after your boy because he's gonna grow up to be something. This difference still exists, and this difference is not in India, it's happening here in Canada. Have you guys ever been to Brampton? I understand people have brought their parents and they come from all different kinds of cultures and walks, and when you bring them here, they're not going to assimilate into the Canadian culture, okay? Some of them are coming from villages, cannot speak a word of English. In Vancouver, people are actually very fed up with the crime the Sikhs are creating up there. What are you doing about that? Are you doing anything about the women? Did you not hear the news about that Sikh woman that was killed for honor by the family and the guy? It was just recently in the news. I mean, like, what are you doing about these issues? These are the issues that you and Miss Iqra Khalid should be targeting instead of going after M103, okay? Instead of trying to quell us, to gag us, okay? Because we're not going to. We're here, we're live examples. We are here to tell people the truth. As much as you misguide them, you misguided them, and you played the male chauvinist as I expected you to be. Because you, at that time, you were all about love, this and this and this. But as soon as you hit the Twitter, what do? You talk bad about that woman. You called her racist. You said she mistook you for a Muslim. No, she didn't. Guess what happens to that woman? She made it all the way to CNN, but not for being good. No, known as a racist. She has a kid. She has a family. Her Wikipedia was created. Her whole Facebook pictures are all on there. And people are going nuts after her. Her life is going to be harassed now. She's gonna walk down the street, people are gonna call her names. It's all because of you. Because you tried to distract people from actually answering some questions. Because then you would be caught, okay? That's why, because you have no answers to it. What is the answer? Why are you in bed with Muslim Brotherhood?
Mr. Jagmeet was also denied visa to India after he had made some statements about the riots of 1984 in India.
Now we can all clearly see through you, through Miss Iqra Khalid, through Justin Trudeau, through all you politicians. Please save us the misery. Save us the acting, because you people are the worst actors, okay? Now he has tried to put some motions through. Some of them got rejected. Some of them didn't. And the ones that did get rejected, let me tell you, with the help of some liberal MPs, those were passed. So don't think that the NDP and the liberals aren't in bed with each other. They are. Oh, they're really close to each other. Like I mentioned to you, there was a reason why I had to make this video, just to make certain things clear and clear it out for the Canadians. For the white Canadians that we live here that come after me and try to explain to me how I'm being racist and I'm being Islamophobic. Please consider this. If you think I'm Islamophobic, go live in an Islamic state. Come back here and then talk to me. If you've never lived there, if you've never experienced what it is like to live there, do not come to me and call me Islamophobe. And by the way, this whole Islamophobia thing, you know, phobia is something that is irrational, okay? But I actually have a rational fear, all right? A lot of people have a rational fear that have actually seen what Sharia law can do to societies. That is why we speak up. Oh yeah, and for all these people that come and tell me that I'm creating hate, I'm not creating hate. I just speak the truth. For somebody that had experienced so much torture from a family coming from a Muslim background, I came to Canada and I was living between Muslims. I had friends that were Muslims. I never hated them because I understand there's good and bad people. Okay? I understand that. But you people don't. You people think everybody's bad. You people are gonna think everybody's hating. No. After what happened with my ex, who is a Sikh, I am still talking to Sikh people. I'm still talking to Sikh women. I'm working with Sikh people. That doesn't mean just because one person did me wrong, I don't put everybody in the same category, okay? I totally understand that. But where the problem exists, the problem is there. And you cannot ignore the problem. The only way to solve that problem is to speak about it. And people like us are not going to give up. We are going to speak about it. Whether one person hears it or a million people hear it, whether it makes a difference or it doesn't. We are not going to get quelled by any sort of government or any sort of Sharia law promoted by any member of parliament. I hope this message was clear and I hope you guys learned something from this. It took a lot for me to come out and explain this to everybody. And please, I request to everyone, please do not come and sympathize with me or try to say, oh, poor thing. No. Whatever I am today is a product of the life experiences that I had gone through. And I'm proud of it. I am proud that I am today here standing in front of you, not a victim, as a strong woman. And I do not want anybody's sympathy or anybody to consider me a victim. That is a humble request from me to you. Thank you everybody for watching this and I hope you learned something from this video. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.